What's going on, guys? It's your friendly neighborhood Superfan here. And today I've decided I'm going to do something different. If you clicked on this video, then you probably already know about the One X-Cellent scene series that has been started by a group of creators, namely Adobe Movies. And if you clicked on this video, that means it hasn't been swept away and lost in the other 150 videos or so. And if that's the case, awesome! Welcome to my channel. Glad to have you for however long you may be here. So, if I'm being honest, at the time of recording, I've never made a video like this. So when I decided to make my own video for the series, I didn't really know where to start. I was just this excited idiot wanting to be part of this big series with big creators like Shafrillis Productions, High Top Films, CinemaWins, and other people who I've watched and looked up to. I saw all these different videos on different movies, and I didn't even know what scene to talk about. But when I was sitting down and thinking about the series and where I would even begin, I thought about X-Men Apocalypse. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie is rough.
Well, at least we can all agree the third one's always the worst.
But it has some really good parts, and I don't think it gets enough credit. There are several things I could talk about in this movie, like the stellar Quicksilver sequence, the mind battle between Charles and Apocalypse, or Magneto. This movie has its ups and downs, but throughout the entire film, the one thing that stays consistently good is Magneto's storyline. It's just fantastic. The first time we see Eric in the film, he's leading a normal life. He's working a normal job at a normal factory, with a normal family at a normal house, and he's happy. He's moved on from the radicalistic and vengeful past. He's given it up, and for the first time in a long time, he's happy. However, when Apocalypse is awoken and causes an earthquake, a large vat of molten metal breaks off the device holding it and almost crushes a coworker. That is, until Eric stops it with his powers. He could have let the man die, but he exposed himself and his powers in order to save a life. This shows how far he has grown from his days of hating and resenting humans. But despite him saving the man, the workers at the factory go to the authorities. Police show up at Eric's home holding his daughter. You can see the fear in his eyes. Fear for his family. He doesn't fight back, he doesn't run, he surrenders himself so that they'll let his daughter go. But as Eric is being put into cuffs to be taken away, his daughter becomes distressed, and her mutation, that gives her certain link with creatures, starts to go off. Due to the birds flying around them, one of the officers holding a bow accidentally fires an arrow, striking both Eric's wife and daughter, killing them both. This moment was in a different league than the rest of the movie. I didn't feel any real emotional bonds to most of the characters, except Eric, who we've seen grow and change throughout the past 3 movies. When I saw this scene for the first time, my heart sunk. You felt the pain Eric did. All he wanted to do was live peacefully and protect his family. And now you can feel that terror that sweeps over him as everything he cares about is taken away from him. He runs to his family and holds them, crying, begging. And in a fit of rage and devastation, he takes his daughter's necklace and kills the officers responsible for his family's death. Everything about this scene is heartbreaking. He was living a peaceful life. He just wanted to be left alone. But his past that he so desperately tried to escape finally caught up with him. His world was destroyed, and that reignited the vengeful flame that he tried to smother. So he goes back to the factory. He goes there to kill the men who killed his family. However, Apocalypse interrupts him and kills the men in the factory. Eric follows Apocalypse and ends up in Auschwitz, the place where his powers first surfaced. The place where his parents were ripped away from him. The place where he had suffered so much, he now returns to when suffering the most. Apocalypse shows Eric that he can move the metal in the ground. He could move the very earth we stand on. And he does not do this through the balance of rage and serenity, but instead through rage and despair. All we have seen of Eric has led up to this point, where he unlocks his true power. Through his years of pain and mourning for his family, Magneto is born again. And that is my One X-Cellent scene. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Like and subscribe, please. I need validation!